just looking at the layers of crud on this machine. The customer we sold this to years ago really played it. 2005. And he played it a lot. But now we're taking it all down to the bare bones again and redoing it. It's still got the factory miler in, but it's going to be quite a while. Jason has his work cut out for him on this baby. Back here, look, this meteor is coming along beautifully. We're now finishing the cabinet. We still have to take the coin door off and repaint that. Playfield's done. Boy, the playfield's a cherry. Ah, here's the surprise. Data East's first machine. This came out in 87, I think it was, or 88. Absolutely a beautiful piece of equipment back then. But now, look at the LEDs on this. How they have punched this game up so beautifully. We have high intensity LEDs throughout the playfield and also underneath the playfield. Look at the back glass, how brilliant this is. It's just brilliantly bright. The girls here on the sides, we've lit them with different LEDs. Just a really great idea. Did you know Laser Wars was the very first pinball machine in history with stereo sound and a subwoofer? First game. And they did a terrific job with the, I love the way the speakers are angled, because you can actually hear the separation in your ears while you're playing it. Terrific piece of equipment. Let's start back here because I want to show you something else. Look at that. Oh, you get epilepsy. See how bright that is, man. Ooh. Anyway, inside here, I want to show you. This is how you tell what version you have. If your board in your Laser Wars is blue, I heard that, young man. Oh, Stephen. He's always busy, isn't he? Anyway, if your board is blue, you have the original Laser Wars logic board. This board will only run in a Laser Wars. If you put this in a game after Laser Wars, you actually have to put a larger EEPROM socket in. It can be done, I've seen it done, but there's no reason to do that. But so this is the original blue Laser board, and look, that means that we fixed this board in December of 1990. So that's how long ago we sold this machine, and it was just traded into us. So when we sold the game, it was only 2 or 3 years old. We've punched it up, of course, with new LEDs, or high voltage. God, LEDs. That's up here. New capacitors here, new resistors here, and then we've changed the caps over here too. You got to change them all now. That one, these two, that one, this one, and these two. Have to do it to keep it running smoothly. You have to reheat all the edge connectors and connections. Battery never leaked because the person who owned it kept up on it, kept changing the AA alkalines, and then when we got the machine back, we took that battery holder out and put in a lithium. And the soundboard, look at the size of that baby. The only machine to use a board this big, and then they literally chopped it off. We just use one part of it now. This is the advertising. We're fighting Laser War. I call it Laser Wars a lot, but it's actually Laser War. Joe Kamikow designed this baby. And you know what? It's his first design, and God, I think it's his best machine. I really do. Everything's color coordinated. Red, yellow, and blue. Even the pop-uppers. And the neat thing is even these 3 rollovers are color coordinated. See how bright they are with the LEDs? He's made this whole area blue. What did you say, young man?
So it's a shame you can't color coordinate your clothes.
I have blue jeans and black pants and these beautiful brown shoes. Let's see Mr. Color Coordination over here.
St. Patty's Day.
Ah, that it is. And are you a Patty?
Don't you worry about me.
And is this game done yet?
It works.
This is just a repair. We're not doing an overhaul. We're just doing a repair. Wait a minute.
It works.
Do you hear that fan?
It's the fan.
Let me show you something. This machine, we just brought this in for a repair. But this back here, you should take the fan out and give it the old tosseroo. It does not need a fan to suck in all the crummy, dirty air inside.
Blackboard works. You want me to fold it in?
Yes, yeah, bolt it all together.
I played the game, so it works.
Put it back together for us.
Okay.
He will be thrilled. Anyway, let's get back to laser boards. Can you see the reflection? The silver, how polished up this came. A beautiful use of chrome on this. It has this beautiful glistening look. Let me show you another tip. This was suggested years ago when the game first came out. We had this coil that kicks the ball out, the ball release coil, fry. It would lock on for no apparent reason. And they suggested you fuse it. So we put a fuse here, 1 amp slow blow, in line with that. So we literally run the wires over here, take the wire off and bring it over here. So if it ever does that, even one time, blows the fuse, the board is saved. You put a new fuse in, game's fine. No more troubles. So I recommend you do that. Now let's show you a little bit of gameplay and how terrific this game is.
Welcome, Warrior.
When you first start the game, all 3 coils are pulsed to make sure there's no balls still sitting in them. Your first shot has to go up to one of the 3 holes. The right flipper moves those lanes. Now, you want to get 3 targets down. You got to get them in order, or nothing happens. So now I get the second one. When you do that, as he says, return to the red base. So you fly your ship in there. Now, shoot your ball up. Now, look, my yellow and my blue are lighting. But it kicks that ball out. But now I have an opportunity to lock up the other holes. There's one. I was lucky. I locked both balls up before it kicked one out. Now the ion cannon is this baby. There's the ion cannon shot. But look, I'm in the multi-ball, 3-ball multi-ball. But I need to get a ball up this big ramp. Now, you'd have to be a pretty lousy player not to be able to do that. But look at this show. And that's how you're rewarded. It's beautiful, dazzling, eye-opening light show. Do you hear the separation of that sound? It's just terrific. You can actually hear distinct sounds coming out of each. When you hit this, you hit a fire shot. That's a different sound. Really, really sharp stuff. Beautiful job of the sound. If you go in the holes now, they kick it right back out again. Let me get it up there. Now we'll go back to start. Really nice. They also lit this front here. Isn't that sharp? We did put a color changing LED right here. And under here, there's a rack of lights. They're all LEDs too, so you can see how beautiful that is. What a terrific playing game, too. Very fast. You can see the, I can't play. Now, show the size of the cabinet and I'll finish it. Beautiful, gorgeous cabinet. Artwork's in terrific shape. As I said, this machine has been in a private home since 1990. I finally traded it in. He said he loved his laser, but it was time for another one. It probably was only vended, I'm going to say, a year. That's pretty good. You can track the history of the games we sell, which is really nice. We've been selling games to the home since 1984. There we go. That that's the end. Now, the end of the game, we have this final show here. Here we go. Ah, nope, 70. Nice. Oh, now don't you want to play a Laser Wars? I hope you can find one as beautiful as this. I don't think there's a nicer one out there. None of the plastics are broken, and to make sure that never happens, we have put the ice hockey from the Super Chex bubble hockey machines from Ice, the clear Lexan circles. So there'll be no broken plastics on this baby ever. Frank, have we covered everything? Is that the same Zaxxon?
It is. Putting the board in.
Oh. Mars God of War. And look, this. We just got this traded in, but somebody did let's make sure the glass doesn't fall out and shatter routine. The inside glass has been mounted to the door instead of sitting in there. Very good idea. We'll show more in this situation, but you gotta see this. Look. Let's make sure the battery doesn't leak. They put a 9-volt battery or something just way over here. We didn't find the battery. And then somebody put these retard connectors in. The problem with these is they shift all over the place. So we'll be changing all these connectors. I mean, it was a great idea that's day, but let's put the right ones on. And look, nobody ever put that ground mod. They never did. So this game has been intermittent since day one. And we know where it came from. It's a Stan Harris pinball machine. Because Stan Harris was a stickler for leveling his games. This was pop riveted onto the side. Would you pop rivet something on the side of your game? You pop riveted these pieces of plexiglass. When they delivered the game, they go clunk. They put their level on it, and they make sure it was exactly level. The legs, he actually screwed the legs in and bolted them, and they were locked in place so the kids couldn't change the level. He wanted them leveled a certain exact way. So that's how we know where it originated from. This playfield's really nice down here. Got the factory Mylar, but we got all this wear that we're going to have to repaint. So this will be
We're going to have to repaint?
Excuse me, ugly.
I'll paint it. Ugly. I pay him. Don't I pay you?
You pay me to bust your balls.
When we get our show, I may give him a raise.
I'll have enough money, I won't have to come here.
Ah! Good night. Good night. Now get out!